In this video, I'm going to talk about everyone's favorite topic, taxes. Welcome to the next video in the Protect Your Author Business series, where I teach you how to protect the various areas of your writing business. To get caught up on the rest of the series, click the link in the video description or the YouTube card above my head, depending on where you're watching this. This video is about taxes, and as you can imagine, different countries have different tax laws and tax requirements. So I'm not going to begin to cover the various differences. This video is based on the United States, but much of the advice should apply to anyone in the world. For help with your specific situation, though, contact a licensed tax professional in your state or country. Taxes. It's a different world, but authors everywhere come into contact with that world once a year, and sometimes it's not a pleasant encounter. That's because for most authors, taxes aren't even on the radar. If you're not making much money from your work, then the last thing you're thinking about is your tax liability, right? If you suddenly start making a lot of money from your work and you don't understand deductions though, then you're in for a rude awakening and you're going to be writing a big check to the government. I don't know about you, but I don't want to pay any more taxes than I have to. I have a business to run and I have other things and services that I'd rather spend my money on. And please don't take that as a political statement, because it's not. Any business owner will tell you the same thing. Please pay your taxes, but minimize your liability as much as you can so that you can reinvest your earnings back into your business. Here's some tips to stay on top of your accounting so that you stay out of trouble at tax time. First, meet with an accountant, preferably someone who has experience working with authors and or self-employed professionals. They will be able to tell you how to keep your books and what expenses you can deduct. They can also give you more specific financial information tailored to your situation. Yes, you'll have to pay them, but the knowledge you'll gain is worth it. Once you've met with your accountant, you'll understand how you should keep your records. You do keep records, don't you? Good record keeping is essential in this business. I recommend that you come up with one good way to keep your expenses organized. Keep copies of receipts for all of your writing-related expenses. If you can, start a bank account just for your writing. Learn sales tax laws in your area and make sure that you abide by them. All this stuff is pretty basic, but it's required. Now you've established a baseline that you just have to maintain. This is where you can expand your knowledge. Read up on tax laws and deductions and talk to other authors. This kind of stuff changes every year. For example, if you travel for business, know what you can deduct and what you can't. If you hire freelancers for cover design or editing, know the reporting requirements. For example, in the United States, if you pay anyone more than $600, you have to send them a 1099 form. Otherwise, you can't claim those expenses at tax time, which could be detrimental if you paid that person a lot of money. Also, learn the different business structures and which ones provide the most advantageous tax benefits and when. I find that taxes are full of little things, like things you would have never thought of in a million years, but it's worth taking the time to learn them, and that requires making friends with your accountant. Unfortunately, there aren't very many business resources out there specifically for indie authors when it comes to taxes. What we need in the industry is someone who can provide that kind of info, because I don't know about you guys, but I struggle with it sometimes. If you happen to be an accountant that also happens to be a self-published author, well, congratulations, there's your book idea. There's only a handful of specialized books that I know of on this topic. I can count them on one hand, they're on Amazon, but they're outdated. So we're in the Wild West right now when it comes to self-publishers and taxes. If there's any accountants watching, I'd love to interview you for the channel, because I'm sure a ton of people would benefit from that kind of conversation. So if you're interested, drop me an email. That's it for this video. If this is your first time watching, I'd love to have you subscribe, and if this video helped you in some way, click that like button. Thanks for watching.